dude. Ashurst, man, that's great.
You guys ready to go get something to eat?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's eat!
Hi, welcome to Hunt and Gather with the Chatters. Today we're in Flagstaff, Arizona, and we're on our way to Ashurst Lake. We're going to be going after trout, two different types of trout, rainbow and maybe some tigers, well maybe even some brown trout too. And then also we might hook into a few pike. There's getting to be more and more pike there recently. Even some big pike have came out this year. But anyhow, if we get some big trout, we're going to take some home and do a nice little dinner. But you ready to go get something to eat?
We've been out for less than 15 seconds and Aaron's already got one on.
I was still setting my drag. This is off a silver spoon.
How's it feel?
He felt pretty good at first, now I'm not so sure. Yeah, it was what, 30 seconds?
I might even be less than that. He's got some fight in him. Oh, he's not bad.
Oh, he's good. Yeah. Come on. He's a keeper.
Hold on.
Yeah. He's a tiger trout, actually.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that.
Or a tiger rainbow hybrid.
He's really pretty, hun.
He's awesome.
Aaron's got another one. And believe it or not, he's got the 8-pound test. I've got the 6-pound, so right now they're not too particular on the line. But you have a smooth spoon?
I have a smooth spoon, and what's cool is this is that reel that I found up on the shore. It'd been laying in the lake for probably a couple years. But I cleaned it all out and re-greased it up, and it's great. It could be a pike too. This lake has pike. Although I would say it's fighting like a trout. But pike and trout fight similar. Especially when they're big like I catch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's great.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's a good size one.
Wow.
If we keep this up, I'm going to switch to smooth spoon.
Wow, he's definitely a keeper. Look at that guy. It's going to be hard to get him in.
I'm going to try and do both.
Ready?
I can get him.
Big dude.
Oh my gosh, hun, he's so long.
Wow, look at that guy.
Hold him up.
You know. Ashurst, man, that's great.
All right, I got my hammered spoon out, 6-pound test, and waiting for a bite. Aaron's already caught 2, so we'll see what happens. If he catches a third, I'm definitely switching to a smooth spoon. Meantime, look at the peaks over there. They're covered in snow. All right, there's Mama and Papa Grebe. And then check this out. Look at all these babies. All right, I got my first one on. We'll see.
How does he feel?
He feels medium.
Okay. Maybe it'll be a pike, huh?
We'll see. He's not really fighting at all.
Or a brown.
So do I have a small weak fish or a fat lazy fish?
There you go.
Nice.
He's not bad at all.
He's not. Considering how nice the ones are that we've already caught though, let's let him go.
Yeah, let's let him go. There's a lot of times I'd be happy to keep him, but yeah, let's let him go. He actually unhooked himself, so here we go. There he goes. All right, Cindy hooked up. How did he feel?
He feels like he's pretty good size.
Oh wow, he's right there. I better get ready.
Just a feisty rainbow.
Isn't it funny? Some of the smaller ones are just real lively.
Well, he's got some grip on him.
Yeah, no, he ain't bad.
Yeah, he's fun to catch, but we're gonna let him go.
All right. Hooked up here. We're kind of in the shallow end, so thinking possibly a pike, but probably just another trout, which is great. He feels like he could be okay. I was out there quite a ways too, though, so I can make them feel bigger than they are. Okay, we're gonna see him soon. Loosen my drag a little in case he makes a run right there. Oh, it's a pike.
Oh, nice. Good job, hon.
Well, that's kind of fun. Awesome. Got a pike there. That's kind of cool. Ideally, they wouldn't be in this lake, but since they are, it is fun to catch them. We were both using these pot of gold spoons, and they're awesome. They're about 1.5 inches long, silver. I had a smooth one on, and Cindy had a hammered one. But now, I'm switching over to this homemade spoon type lure I made. There's a video on how to make these if you want, but they're made out of ammo casings. So this was a 223 shell, I think. But basically I hammer it flat and then I give it a little bit of a curve there. And you got to check out that video too. It's a cool thing to do. But we're going to see if we have any luck on it here. Got one on the homemade bullet cartridge spoon. It's always neat when you catch them on something different, you know? I don't know why, but it is. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Good job, hon.
Yeah. Caught that on the homemade lure there. Super cool. There we go. Decided to take a little break on shore and look at this. It's a real colorful rainbow. Yeah. Look at that, man. I'm gonna let him go, but he's big enough, you know, most days I'd keep him. It's just we're doing pretty good. There he goes. Yeah, another one on that homemade spoon. Super cool. All right, it's time to head back, but check out this stringer. That's some real quality fish right there. We're super excited about that. We're gonna go home and make a nice meal, but ended up keeping 2 big rainbows and a nice tiger trout, so we're happy about that.
Those are some nice fish. Oh my gosh, I'm coming in. So that tiger is actually a really nice tiger, but compared to the 2 rainbows that you got, he looks puny.
Yeah, so when the trout are big and nice like this, I mean, look at this guy, he's huge. Definitely like to fillet them as opposed to cooking them whole. So that's what we're gonna do. We have videos on filleting trout if you want to check it out. or filleting any kind of fish really. But anyways, here we go. Okay, so we got our trout fillets. We actually got one fillet off each fish. We got a big rainbow, kind of a medium-sized rainbow, and then we got a tiger trout here. But we're going to do a really cool recipe. I don't know if you've ever had coconut shrimp, like at a Chinese food restaurant, but what we're going to do is coconut trout. Same idea, and then we'll put it over rice. So I'm just going to lightly season this trout because the majority of the seasoning will be the coconut sauce. So I'm just going to do a little bit of salt, and then a little bit of garlic, and then a little bit of pepper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pan-sear it with a lid on, and so we're kind of steaming the trout until it's cooked. We want it to stay real moist, and that'll be it for now, and then we'll talk about how to prepare the sauce. One other thing is, if you've watched our videos, you probably know this, but we have a really cool cookbook you can get on Amazon. To be honest, this recipe isn't in there, but there's a lot of great wild game and fish recipes in here, including field dressing and that kind of thing as well. So check it out. You can find it on Amazon. We got our pan on kind of a medium heat, and we're just going to use a little canola oil. Better yet would be butter, you know, maybe not as healthy, but even more flavorful. But we're going to use canola oil. And then we're just going to lay those guys in there. And we got skin side down, and that's the way they'll stay the whole time with our lid on. We're going to cook them until the flesh becomes opaque, and it won't take long. My guess is probably 7 minutes or so. So here we go. So you can see where the fish is thinner, it turns opaque sooner. But we're just waiting until that opaque part just creeps all the way up to the thickest part of the fish, and then we'll know it's done. Okay, you can actually eat trout skin, salmon skin. Normally if you're going to do that, you would have scaled it first. Although the scales are small enough, you could just eat it like it is. But it's not really my thing, so all I do is I flip them upside down, and then it comes right off, and then they'll be ready for the next part of our recipe.
All right, we're to our next step for the coconut trout, and I'm going to take over from here. I've got the rice going, and now I'm going to make the sauce. What I have in here is 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to melt my butter along with warming up my milk, which is a 1/3 cup of milk, and then a 1/3 cup of coconut cream. You definitely don't want to skip this step, this ingredient. You want to use this because this is what gives you that good coconut flavor. I'm going to bring these 3 ingredients together. Once it comes to a boil, then I'm going to work through the other ingredients. But my other ingredients are condensed milk, rum, and cornstarch. These are going to be my flavor enhancers and my thickening agents. So I'll walk you through that in just a bit. Alright, so I've got my mixture coming to a boil. It's just simmering. It's ready to have the rum in here, and the rum is strictly being added for flavor. We're going to cook it out completely, so there's no concern with young people having this dish. It's just a nice flavor enhancer. We're going to do 1 tablespoon. And then we're going to just cook that for 1 minute while it adds to the flavor and cooks out the alcohol. And then after that, I'm going to add my sweetened condensed milk. And I've already got a cornstarch mixture ready to go here. It was 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons cold water. It's really important that you mix your cornstarch with cold water before you add it to hot liquids. If you don't, it'll curdle, and you'll just get big chunks floating around in your sauce, and that's a real bummer. So we're gonna let that cook for another 30 seconds or so. We'll add our final ingredients, give it a taste, and salt it the way we like it.
All right, look at that. We got our coconut trout over rice. I've sprinkled a little pepper on too, just because I like pepper. And then we got our lima beans there too, so pretty good looking dinner.
Let's eat! All right, I'm excited. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
So this is one of Fern's favorites, but we've never done it with trout before.
Yeah, it's really, really good. The sweet coconut sauce with the salty fish is a really good combination, and that sauce is just to die for. That's awesome. Yeah. That's great.
I just tried a bite of the tiger. It's awesome. I do think it tastes slightly different than rainbow. It's a little bit creamier, and loving the sauce combination too. It was a really good idea.
Yeah, Fern will do this recipe with shrimp, and of course that's delicious. But I got some rainbow here. Yeah, that's a ruby. I might like it better than the shrimp. I don't know.
You can catch it. It's a lot cheaper.
Well,
I mean-
you could do both. You could have shrimp around and
Yeah.
a combination.
It's really good. I don't know if it's the shrimp, but that's pretty good.
Well, thanks for watching Hunt and Gather with the Chatters.
We'll see you next time when we go get something to eat.
And please subscribe. It's free. That helps us out.